Welcome to NT Coins World, your one-stop destination for discovering the hidden value in everyday pocket change, roll hunts, and historic American coins. Whether you're just beginning your coin collecting journey or you're a seasoned collector, chasing rare varieties, today's video is going to give you a big reason to inspect every Washington quarter you come across. We're spotlighting two of the most intriguing clad quarters of the 1980s. The 1983p Washington quarter dollar and the 1989p Washington quarter dollar. These coins might seem like common pieces of pocket change, but they're fascinating histories. Low survival rates, rare errors, and collector demand make them highly desirable additions to any collection. Stay tuned as we break down every key detail. From mintage and design to market value and error types, you don't want to miss this. The 1983p Washington quarter is one of the most talked about clad quarters in American numismatics. On the surface, it might seem like an ordinary coin, but dig a little deeper, and you'll discover why this coin has become one of the most coveted pieces among modern-era collectors. Minted in Philadelphia during a time of economic shift and changing mint policies, the 1983p quarter stands out not for its design but for what makes it rare in high grade and uncirculated conditions. Let's begin with the basics of its design. The obverse features the classic profile of George Washington, a design by John Flanagan that has remained a pillar of U.S. quarter dollars since 1932. Washington faces left, with liberty inscribed prominently above his head, "In God We Trust" appears to the left of the bust, and the date 1983 is engraved beneath his neckline, to the right. The small but significant P mint mark denotes the Philadelphia Mint. While this design is familiar to many collectors, the year and mint mark combination make this coin incredibly unique. Turning to the reverse, we see the traditional eagle motif, a bald eagle with wings outstretched, perched on a bundle of arrows. Below the arrows lies a pair of olive branches symbolizing peace. The inscriptions are United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum just above the eagle's head, and quarter dollar at the bottom. The coin's copper-nickel clad composition remained consistent with post-1965 issues, comprising a core of pure copper sandwiched between outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Now let's talk mintage. The U.S. Mint struck approximately 673,535,000 of the 1983p Washington quarters. On paper, that number might suggest this coin is common. However, what makes this coin unique is its survival rate in high grade and uncirculated condition. The early 1980s were a time of cost-cutting at the U.S. Mint. In 1982 and 1983, no official mint sets were issued for collectors. This means that coins minted in those years went directly into circulation, with no specially preserved uncirculated examples released by the mint. As a result, the majority of 1983p quarters available today are heavily worn from decades of use. This lack of collector-quality specimens created a rarity not in the total number minted, but in the number surviving in pristine condition. Finding a 1983p quarter in mint state MS65 or higher is extremely difficult. When such coins do appear on the market, they often command significant premiums. A fine condition 1983p quarter might only be worth around $1 to $3, but an MS66 or MS67 values can soar to $300 or more, depending on the strength of the strike, luster, and absence of contact marks. Even more exciting are the known errors and varieties associated with the 1983p Washington quarter. Perhaps the most famous of these is the spitting eagle variety, which features a prominent die crack extending from the eagle's beak downward toward the rim of the coin. This small but visible error makes it appear as if the eagle is spitting, hence the name. This variety is highly collectible, and prices can range from $20 to over $100, depending on condition and clarity of the die crack. Other notable errors include double die obverse and reverse examples, off-center strikes, and clip plankets. These kinds of errors are not specific to 1983 alone, but due to the low number of preserved mint state examples, they are much rarer and more valuable on 1983 coins than on those from other years. The combination of historical circumstances, minting practices, and modern collector demand has made the 1983p quarter one of the most fascinating coins. From the clad era, it's a great example of how modern coins, often dismissed as the common to collect, can become highly desirable due to factors beyond sheer mintage numbers. Collectors and dealers are actively hunting this coin, especially examples that are sharply struck, free from major blemishes, and possess full details in the eagle's feathers and Washington's hair. Many collectors are also searching rolls and boxes of quarters hoping to find hidden treasures like the spitting eagle, or a barely circulated example that could be sent off for professional grading. In the broader numismatic landscape, the 1983p quarter has earned its place as a modern classic. It represents a key transition point in the mint's operations and highlights the impact that seemingly minor changes like omitting a mint set can have on future rarity. For collectors aiming to build a complete Washington quarter set from 1930 to the present, the 1983p is a coin that demands extra attention. It might take time and effort to find one in top condition, but that's exactly what makes it such an exciting and rewarding piece to pursue. The 1989p Washington quarter dollar coin may not have the headline fame of the 1983p, but it holds a firm position in modern numismatics thanks to its design consistency, collector interest, and potential for striking errors. Minted at the end of the decade that transitioned American coin collecting into a more modern age, the 1989p quarter reflects stability in design and growing attention from collectors of clad-era coins, starting with the design. The obverse of the 1989p quarter features the ever-recognizable bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The inscriptions include Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left of Washington's profile, and the date 1989 beneath his chin. The P mint mark, indicating the Philadelphia Mint, appears just behind the ribbon of Washington's hair, although the design had remained essentially unchanged for decades. Each year of production offers subtle differences in die wear, strike quality, and luster that collectors find fascinating. The reverse remains consistent with the traditional eagle design, a heraldic bald eagle, wings spread in a proud pose, clutches a bundle of arrows while olive branches are placed just beneath. United States of America arcs over the top. E pluribus unum sits above the eagle, and quarter dollar is found at the bottom. In terms of composition, the 1989p is a copper-nickel clad coin with no silver content. The core is copper, and the outer layers are 75% copper and 25% nickel. This makes it more durable for circulation, but also results in a different luster and weight compared to pre-1965 silver quarters, which are often still found in circulation by lucky collectors. The U.S. Mint produced a staggering 512,868,000 1989p quarters, a number that suggests wide availability. And while that's true for circulated coins, the scarcity begins to emerge when seeking high-quality examples. Many 1989p quarters entered circulation quickly and have been worn down through daily transactions because this coin was never issued as part of a silver-proof set or special edition. Most available examples were struck for circulation, meaning that well-preserved pieces are increasingly valuable to collectors. In fine condition, a 1989p Washington quarter is generally worth 50 cents to $1.50 depending on wear, luster, and strike quality. However, in mint state grades MS65 or higher, values can jump significantly. MS66 examples have been known to sell for $30 to $75, while MS67 or higher coins, especially those certified by PCGS or NGC, can reach values upwards of $1 to $100 to $500. The reason? Finding this coin in pristine, sharply struck condition with strong luster is a bigger challenge than mintage numbers might suggest. As with many Philadelphia minted coins from this era, quality control varied and strike sharpness wasn't always consistent. Collectors look for coins with full detail in Washington's hair, clear lettering, and fully formed feathers on the eagle. Quarters that exhibit these traits with minimal bag marks are often sent for certification and added to high-grade modern sets. Era collectors also find interest in the 1989p quarter. Known varieties include off-center strikes, die breaks, struck through errors, and even some double die reverse examples, though these are rare. One of the more desirable errors on the 1989p is an off-metal error, where a quarter is struck on a placket meant for another denomination, such as a nickel or foreign coin. These highly unusual coins have fetched prices ranging from $150 to over $1,000, depending on severity and certification. A smaller but dedicated group of numismatists also hunts for die rotation errors, where the reverse side appears rotated in relation to the obverse. These coins are fun to show off and can carry collector premiums when certified. The 1989p also has relevance in building type sets and registry sets. With increased attention being given to post-1965 coins in recent years, more collectors are now pursuing complete runs of Washington quarters by date and mint mark. As the popularity of clad coinage grows, so does the demand for well-struck, beautifully preserved coins from transitional years like 1989. The Mint would soon prepare for the 1999 launch of the 50-state quarters program. So coins from the late 1980s now act as the final chapters in the classic Washington Quarter series, before modern redesigns took over. In conclusion, the 1989 Washington Quarter dollar is an essential part of the clad era narrative. While it may appear abundant at first glance, finding high-quality examples, discovering rare errors, or assembling year mint sets presents a rich opportunity for collectors. It's a coin that rewards patience, attention to detail, and knowledge of the minting process. Be sure to check your change, roll hunt carefully, and stay tuned to NT Coins World for more exciting discoveries. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest coin news and deep dive videos. Until next time, happy collecting!